And when you talk about Shatabhisha energy, secrecy is the one quality which immediately separates Shatabhisha from other nakshatras. So, circular thing or protection you may find in the Jyeshtha nakshatra also. But the moment I say secrets and hiding the secrets, this behavior is very, very much observed in the Shatabhisha nakshatra. So, secrecy is the main quality that separates Shatabhisha from other nakshatras. Even though a lot of other nakshatras like Anuradha, Jyeshtha, Purvashadha, these are also to an extent secretive, but Shatabhisha has more. Shatabhisha is the leader of this league, you can say. Anuradha, Jyeshtha, Purvashadha, and then Shatabhisha is the leader of these three in maintaining the secrets. Shatabhisha, however, is in a league of its own when it comes to hiding thoughts, motives, self, or anything else. So, in fact, Shatabhisha derives almost all of its power from what is hidden. So, why they maintain secrets? When someone is maintaining or hiding the secrets, they expect something, some favor out of it, right? When you are very much sure that you will get some favor by hiding the secrets, then definitely you hide the secrets very much, right? So in fact, Shatabhisha derives almost all of its power from what is hidden. From the hidden things, it gets some power. So whether it be the herbs in the ocean or secret formulas of nature's functionings, Shatabhisha always tries to gain access to whatever is hidden and in doing so attain its power. So if you hide some secret, let us say you know how a herb works, no one knows. If you tell it out, then other people also know, so they can also gain power. So if you don't tell the secret of how the herb works or how the herb actually heals something, if you hide it, then yes, you gain some power, right? So Shatabhisha always tries to gain access to whatever is hidden and in doing so attain its power. Shatabhisha is not always very ready to share the hidden secrets it has discovered and tries to hide them just like the ocean covers up many things underneath. It hides, the ocean hides so many things underneath like treasures, it hides a lot of herbs. So they are like ocean. They have a lot of things inside, but they don't tell it out. They hide those secrets. As we shall discover, Shatabhisha is one of the main nakshatras presiding over media in all its forms. You just see the media in today's world. They show something up. They show something, but they hide the main things because by hiding them, they get a lot of money. Right? Let us say a news channel knows something about a minister's secrets. So it doesn't reveal it. If it reveals it, it loses the power. But if it hides it, it gains access to the minister and it gets some benefits from the minister and it gets money, it gets a lot of things. So by hiding, it is getting the power. The news channel is getting the power. So the present days news channels are main examples of Shatabhisha. The electronic media today, right, is a main example of Shatabhisha. So in today's world, media, as we know, functions on the twin principles of secrecy and deception. Secrecy and deception. The people running the show obviously know about the truth regarding the actual seat of power, while all that the masses get is a smoke screen. Shatabhisha is the ultimate in maintaining this one. Secrecy and deception. Maintain the secret, show something else and gain the power, gain some benefits. So Shatabhisha's essential nature is to view everything with suspicion. Everything with suspicion. The present day news channels, the present day electronic media is a perfect example of Shatabhisha. So natives under the influence of its energy usually take their time to get accustomed to new things. Take their time to get to know those new things, to get to adjust it, to get to adjust with those new things, thoughts, places, and people. Their suspicious nature is the main cause of it. They suspect everything, right? They try to suspect. That's why, in order to get adjusted to the new things, they take some time, because suspicious behavior is the main energy as present in the Shatabhisha. The suspicious nature often makes them be on guard, thus making them capable of shielding themselves from harm. So, before getting the harm, they suspect. So, they will not get the harm most of it. Once again, the circle symbolism comes into play if you observe. So, Shatabhisha natives usually draw a hard to penetrate boundary around themselves, which makes it difficult for others to approach them. They maintain some boundaries. You cannot enter into some of their zones because they suspect you. They maintain secrets, and at the same time they suspect you. So you cannot enter into their private zones. It's very difficult for you. So this kind of reclusive aspect of Shatabhisha arises directly from its inclination to create these walls and boundaries. They create walls and boundaries around themselves, and you cannot enter into them. They suspect you. They don't reveal everything. They suspect if they reveal something, they may get some harm. They suspect you in order to avoid the harm that they get. So these natives are generally eccentric, reclusive, and introverted. The plus side to this aspect is that its reclusivity gives it the capacity to be alone. They have the capacity to be alone. Being alone gives rise to contemplation, which in turn produces wisdom and enlightenment. The capacity to be alone, maintaining the secrets, suspecting others, can be seen in the life of Shatabhisha. So in negative cases, this particular seclusion, this kind of behavior of being alone can only translate into pessimism and self-pity. Shatabhisha is as keen on unraveling secrets as it is on keeping secrets. This is why most Shatabhisha nakshatra people enjoy activities like solving puzzles or those which involve the pursuit of something hidden, something mysterious, something hidden, secrets, maintaining the secrets, and doubting at others, suspecting others is the main energy. A reclusivity, maintaining some boundaries and walls around themselves so that they can avoid the harm at any cost. This is the behavior, right? And like an ocean, underneath the ocean you can find so many things, but ocean doesn't reveal anything. Ocean just maintains some calm and quiet behavior, but underneath the ocean you can find lot of treasures, lot of herbs, and lot of things. Shatabhisha loves to get to the truth of anything in much the same way as Mula loves to get to the root of everything. So Shatabhisha is research oriented. That's why Rahu is coming with a picture here. Rahu is the lord of Shatabhisha. So even though Shatabhisha natives are usually quiet and undemonstrative, which one should expect them to be, since they are supposed to be the masters of secrecy? They're undemonstrative because they want to maintain the secrets. Usually quiet because they want to maintain the secrets. But they because of some second house planet, if they are talkative, but still they don't reveal the secrets. They often blurt out harsh truths at the most inopportune moments. This is, in fact, one of the major problems Shatabhisha natives face in climbing the ladder of success, especially material success. Refinement and sensitivity is not their fault. So, they blurt out harsh truths at the most inopportunistic moments, right? But a very well placed Shatabhisha energy doesn't reveal any secret and climb the ladder, but the immature Shatabhisha may reveal the truth at unnecessary timings and they get down the ladder of success, right? But generally, Shatabhisha is very much good in maintaining the secrets and they get the success out of it, they get the power out of maintaining the secrets. It is also noticed that most natives under the strong influence of Shatabhisha lack proper grooming and education in their formative years. They often have to make their own rules for dealing with today's rough world, which adds to their innate roughness. They have extremely cold, calculating heads, and there is a marked tendency to completely suppress the emotional nature. They suppress the emotional nature and they show something else to you. There's a behavior of an ocean, right? So that maintaining the secrecy is one important thing. And another important thing is generally Shatabhisha natives lack proper grooming and education in their formative years. So Shatabhisha in a way represents the culmination of the air element because Gemini is the first air sign and Libra the second airy sign and the third airy sign is Aquarius. Shatabhisha in a way represents the culmination of the air element. It is thus the master of the mental, analytical and logical things. Airy elements are very much good in this mental, analytical and logical capabilities. So in its higher mode, Shatabhisha can be all pervasive, just like the air. Just like the air. The airy behavior, the logical thinking is very much present here. This ability to relate to everyone without preconceptions, judgments and prejudices is what makes a philosopher out of Shatabhisha. The logical mind and Rahu's out-of-the-box thinking is also present in Shatabhisha. Their philosophy is usually heavy on intellectualism, but the evolved souls understand that emotional and mental bodies need to be integrated in order for any true understanding to occur. But of course, they don't show you the emotional behavior that they have unless and until the fourth house lord is somewhere very much beautiful. Shatabhisha mainly shows something else, but they have something else in their heart. Those with Shatabhisha in the rising, that is in the ascendant, have their own particular brand of magnetism. Even though they lack conventional charm and beauty, they are often in relation to their appearance and clothing, they are very much different. Especially in their college days, you can observe the Shatabhisha people, they are different from others. It can be their haircut, it can be their clothing, it can be their appearance, right? Because that is the behavior of Rahu. It's a special behavior in appearance. So it's a kind of calm, quiet, shy and reserved, but they however have a tendency to explode every now and then. As Shatabhisha is something underneath, hidden, shows something else. Absent-mindedness is one of their marked features. They usually convey a sense of aloofness even if they are genuinely attentive from the inside. So, if you teach something to a Shatabhisha person, you may get some kind of confusion. The other person is actually hearing to you or not, actually understanding the things that you're teaching or not. They exhibit some kind of absent-mindedness. So their negative traits include laziness, addiction, perversion, and vulnerability to all types of mental, emotional, psychological disorders. The positive qualities are enterprise, moderation, discrimination, a philosophical attitude, truth-seeking, and unbounded vision. As just the Rahu speaks behavior, right? So Rahu in its lower level it acts like he is very much lazy, he is very much addicted to something, a kind of perversion he shows, right? In any kind of field, as mental field or emotional, psychological field, Rahu's lowerness is something like intoxication, addiction, perversion, and vulnerable to so many things and laziness, right? But if you see the peaks of Rahu, then the enterprise and the moderation and the kind of out-of-box thinking, the philosophical attitude and truth-seeking, as Rahu likes the research, right? So that behavior is also seen, and the unbounded vision, the kind of unbounded thinking is seen in the higher beings of Shatabhisha. Material plane, of course, Shatabhisha has a tendency to make a zero out of the things it affects in nativity. For example, if someone has their second lord placed in Shatabhisha, they might experience a pauper state of a complete loss of family at some stage of their lives. So Shatabhisha shows a big zero, right? Even though they run after materialistic things in the initial days, but right, especially if someone has something, some planet, something like fifth house lord is placed in your Shatabhisha energy, you will end up with no love, right? Or if your second lord is placed in the Shatabhisha, you end up with no family. So in the universal scheme of things, Shatabhisha relates to Bhishaja Shakti, the power of healing. Its symbolism has pervasiveness above and support below. This obviously relates to the three worlds, heaven, earth, and the other world. This symbolism shows that Shatabhisha is even more pervasive than Purvashada, a power which it uses to heal the three worlds. It's pervasive. A healing process here is different from Ashwini in the sense that it happens through genuine repentance, and sustained effort is required over comparatively longer periods of time. The all-pervasive power that media has in today's world is basically Shatabhisha's power. And since the power is in the wrong hands, it is not being used to heal or teach, but to fool, chain, dumb down, and deceive the people, the present electronic media. So the healing process that you see in the Ashwini is different from the healing process you see here. A healing process in the Ashwini is very quick. It's a troubleshooting energy in the Ashwini. But here, the healing process is very, very pervasive. It's very, very, genuine. It's through the genuine repentance. And a kind of continuous effort is seen in the healing process. So it takes a long time to heal something. So that kind of healing you can observe here. The healing that you see in Ashwini is something like quick bit. They give a pill, that's it, it's gone. The problem is gone. That is Ashwini's behavior. But here, the long pervasiveness, the sustained effort, the kind of things you can see here. The power of healing is different in this particular nakshatra. So Shatabhisha has the energy related to Anuradha, Jyeshta and Purvashada in maintaining the secrets, but is a leader of them. And Shatabhisha is similar to Purvashada in its pervasiveness, but it is topper of it, right? Because of that Rahu's, behavior. And in its lower level, it is very much related to addiction, perversion, right? but in its higher level, it is related to out of the box thinking. So even though it's something like so it makes its own rules for dealing with today's rough world, and for outer world it looks very calm, it's a very cold, a calculating, right? So it doesn't show the emotional nature, completely suppress the emotional nature, the cold calculating heads, that is Shatabhisha, right? So that is the fundamental behavior of Shatabhisha. It's a very, very complex behavior. No? You see a person very much cold, a calculating, very calm and quiet, and suppressing the emotion, right? And very much it has some addiction. Let us say a person has some addiction and maintain a lot of secrets. It's a perfect example of Shatabhisha, right? So, a laziness, addiction, perversion, vulnerability to all types of mental, emotional, and psychological disorders. So, that is the behavior of Shatabhisha.